Okay, Kindred. So Milky Way has been having a lot of Kindred carry games recently. So that's why you're seeing that, particularly on blue side, where you might have a free ban. And Mako, it's just banning out Mako supports. That's pretty funny. So it'll be Senna first. Can't pair it with the Nautilus this time, though. Maokai and Karma get through. Tom Kench, okay. We're going to have to ban Vi here, potentially. Okay, so Twisted Fate taken. This is a pretty interesting draft from FPX because you don't know where anything is going right now. Right? These are all flex picks. This could be support, could be jungle, could be support top mid. This could be any of 3 lanes, although it's probably top, right? Probably mid, probably top, probably jungle, but we'll wait and see. Not going to ban Vi, instead of going to ban Lee Sin. Okay. Gary Jungler is being banned. We are going to... Okay. So lots of setup here to get basically quick resets for Viego. Single target CC to set up Viego, get a kill, get a reset, and use Karma to have him clean up a fight. And there's the Vi pick that we thought might... Oh, just kidding. It's real. This would be quite the pivot, guys. Wow. All right, so we're actually taking the Cassante last, which means Viego's in the jungle. We have a mid Karma and a support Maokai. So this is pretty good single target lockdown and kill. Like Viego, I mean, the ganks that can be happening in this bot lane are pretty crazy, right? They're 3v3 lockdown, tons of single target CC. Very strong pick composition, guys. This is a pick comp. Really just wanting to use Twisted Fate ultimates in order to find targets and then run at them quickly, pick somebody off, start getting Viego resets before a fight starts. Pretty good protection, though, against single target, but you have to hit 6 on Tom Kench, so he has Devour. And low range. Gotta say, low range TF is not a long range champion. So top esports, if they're actually fighting front to back in the late game, they're probably gonna have a lot of trouble killing Senna. So they have to get vision control. They have to intercept them en route to objectives because playing a standard front to back might be quite tricky for FPX. Should be a fun game though. I like the comps. Milky Way, like being the focus of this team, is really fun too to watch with all his farming or like carry junglers. No, I haven't seen how the series ends. Other than RTS, what game would you consider being an analyst on, or what would it need? Did you ever consider switching to CS in an analyst role? I think the issue with me switching to CS is that the burden of knowledge for CS analysis with the history of that game is so daunting. You know, I'm confident I could do it, but it would be very hard to get there. They've got a lot of really good established analysts already, too. So it just doesn't seem like it'd be worth it for me. It's weird to see Dokdam and Life on FPX. I'm still not used to that yet. So we'll be fasting Senna farming Tom Kench. You know, this does present some pretty big potential late game damage issues from FPX due to the shorter range nature of their composition. Like, killing the Rel and the farming Tom Kench late game is probably going to be pretty tricky for FPX. Have you seen a Rel Penta in pro play? No. Are you happy Cassante Prio will probably decrease post nerfs? Yes, obviously. I think we're all happy about that. That's what we want. I don't mind Cassante as a champion. Like, I think he's conceptually interesting, but he's obviously much too powerful right now. Oh! Oh, you hate to see it. The 1 HP smite, guys, and then he walks back, but he gets stunned, and then the auto comes through from Milky Way for the steal. Huge plays. Huge! That actually is a really big play, guys, because now Milky Way gets all 3 grubs here instead of just 2, which he would have gotten if there was the call to go back, which means that, you know, he only needs 2 out of the next 3 as well to potentially get the important Void Grub bonus. Rel can take 3 at once, kind of deserve for not knowing how to do the camp. Yeah, that was sloppy by Tian for sure, because you can use the shield break to get all 3 at the same time. Rel is probably, you know, like Rel and Brand are probably the best junglers at taking Void Grubs in the game. Speaking of which, never do Void Grubs if you're playing Jungle Taliyah, by the way. Holy shit, that sucks. Actually the worst. I'll tell you what, guys, when I do LPL matches, my stream viewership fucking sucks. He was going to kill 3 at once, but Viego came, so he just smited. I mean, okay, but he wanted. I know he probably wanted to get the 1 and then walk away, and then it fucked up. But it's okay. Nobody likes watching LPL except us, guys. It's our little secret. We're the ones that love you for you, Monty. I mean, Milky Way's been a really fun player to watch so far this season. Do you know how much LPL's viewership in China has gone down this year? There's no way to know because all Chinese numbers are bullshit. So I don't think there is a way to know if it has gone down because they were all the viewership numbers were lies to begin with. They still went down a lot. I don't know, Yan Ya. Why do you think they went down? I have no insight into Chinese viewership. Two Worlds losses in a row maybe did it. Well, I mean, they should get used to maybe 3 or 4 losses in a row. That's what I think. Maybe they should just catch a few more L's. Kind of new to LoL. Why are they fake? Because you cannot trust any number coming out of China in any capacity at any time in any context. There's no ability to like verify that what the streaming sites are saying is true. Pretty slow early game, honestly. Wow, he ults and then he flashes. It's a good pick, though. We talked about the necessity of getting these picks, right? Before you actually go in for objectives. Excellent setup, right? Look how well this is played, actually, by FPX. As soon as Maokai ults, that's the instant the TF ult goes down. You already have the stun coming in, so you force Jackie Love's cleanse. Still gets hit by all of the CC after that. Also, TF, a giga amazing pick into Akali. We didn't even mention that. You cannot hide in Shroud. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That's one of those synergies that I forget about sometimes because we just haven't seen TF versus Akali in a while. But now that TF is back in meta and so is Akali, that's actually very important. It's something that we saw KT Rolster running a lot last year when BDD was on his Twisted Fate kick, like over the last couple years. Am I in the Milkman hype train? Yeah, I think Milky Way is super legit. He looks great. Thank you, T.E. Lawrence. Big fan of your poetry, T.E. Lawrence. Thank you. It's an honor to have you resubscribe to me. Lots of pressure is expected with Karma in the mid lane. There is no TF ult this time. Why are we fighting in river? Why are we fighting in river? There's nothing in river to take. We're just fighting for funsies. We're fighting because it's LPL. We're fighting for crab. I mean, he thinks he's safe, right? Because Karma's pushed up in this side and TF is going to be ulting in. But he actually, life does get siphoned off to the side here. And Tahm Kench is very good in these skirmishes. And Dokdam isn't there. And Maokai ult at point blank range is useless, so life just dies. Watching a replay of, well, not a lot, I guess, in the mid lane. Cream trying to play into Karma. Seems very unfun. All right, no actual, like, we did split the Void Grub camps, so no actual advantage there over to FPX after taking the initial 3. Now we're going to see what happens with this Herald, especially now that TF ult is up again. But TF is very far away and only has level 1 ult, so he actually can't move that far. Face checking brushes. Wow, they just... All right, going on the farmed Tahm Kench is not providing a lot of value. Viego has to ult out. They don't have a TF. TF is now motioning up into the top side, but he's going to be late. Senna ult just incredibly strong right now. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the problem with FPX is that without TF there, they don't actually have a lot of damage to trigger Viego passives, even though they have Malignance onto Karma right now. And the front line of top is just incredibly tanky. They don't have Maokai ult. This is dangerous from FPX. Wow, Tian gets it? That's classic, just Q smite from Rel. They're trying to get the eye, though. They're trying to muscle their way in. All right, they got it. He can just get over the wall, though. Or he can't? Oh, wow. Picking TF in the ADC/bot role, it just seems to lose every lane and then be useless. I'm kind of tempted to agree with you. It's an interesting flex pick. I think in this case, they were hoping that because it's a Senna Tahm Kench lane, that it wouldn't really be punished, right? But having lower levels on TF is generally a problem because levels in your ult increase TF's usefulness pretty substantially because he can obviously ult from a further range, like from further away. I mean, there's no damage to actually, like, they can't be taking these front-to-back fights because there's no damage to actually create a pick to start a Viego snowball. And you have Tahm Kench who's going to save whoever is low. All right, there we go. Finally got something done. Whew. That was close, though. I mean, why are we challenging this when Aatrox isn't even here? I mean, 369 doesn't have TP right now. So, I mean, a lot of this is because it's a 4 versus 5 that they're opting into. And Cream gets the kill, but he gets stunned in the middle of everybody. And there is no Aatrox. And there can't be an Aatrox until right now when his TP comes up, but it comes up too late. And he TP's in it. What the fuck happened to his health bar? He took turret shots, guys. He took turret shots before coming in. What the fuck? Look at this. I was just looking at him. I was like, oh, yeah, his TP's almost up, right? I'm looking at him. I was like, oh, he's 100% HP. He literally, like, watch this, guys. There's his minion wave. Okay, his minion wave is dead. He is literally taking turret shots. There's another one. He takes I think he takes 3 turret shots, and then he TP's in after the fight was lost. What a fucking troll play. Holy shit. Like, why even TP in? Like, the fight is over. I mean, that was terribly played from Top Esports. Like, holy shit. He doesn't have TP right now, right? You are literally trying to stop this Drake. It's a second Drake. Why are we fighting this? Who cares? You literally throw the entire game here. He didn't have TP earlier, no. Top Esports was trying to contest that Drake. Well, 369's like, guys, I don't have TP. And then he just takes a bunch of tower shots and TPs anyway. Oh, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Like, I don't think FPX should win that fight under normal circumstances. They shouldn't ever be able to get Viego resets, but because it was basically just a 3v or a 4v5, right? I mean, it starts as a 3v5. And Cream comes in and gets the Maokai kill, but it's a support Maokai and he already used ult, so it doesn't matter if he dies or not, really. Oh, it's miserable.
导致阵型被魁桑提一个人直接分割了。
我当时看了一下，39在对面上塔呢点了一个正在路上的信号，他应该是想这波直接不来了，去拆上塔的。
那这种正面就别开嘛，这个属于就沟通上面，你不能两个都要啊。
正面我估计想抢龙，然后被开了，应该就是在喊要打要打，然后9哥直接急了。
I think TF is just too good in the call. I mean, it is. It is very good. Because you see her and then you can instantly CC her, right? In this case, the ult wasn't up, so it doesn't matter. By the way, guys, do you know what TF's kit used to be when I first started playing League of Legends? You ready for a Boomer Twisted Fate story? So, in the original version of Twisted Fate, his teleport was his E. Okay? So his teleport was his E. And he could teleport anywhere on the map into Fog of War. Into Fog of War. So anywhere, even if you couldn't see it, he could teleport there. He could click anywhere on the map and TP there with his E. He had pick a card. His gold card was an AoE stun. And he had wild cards. So he threw out the 3 cards, right? And then his ult was reveal everyone on the map just like it is and slow them. So you could use his teleport without using his reveal. So, and it was a slow. It was the most broken shit in the game in history. His E did have a very long cooldown, so his teleport did have like a minute or 2 cooldown on it, but it was so broken. And still Reggie would lose with him. True. Still less broken than modern day Cassante. No, you do not understand. The TF would be in your lane, behind you, teleporting anywhere on the map like every minute and a half. It was ridiculously broken.
FunPlus 来讲，刚才那波打赢根本就没必要特别急了，一定要等卡牌发育。还是 AD 卡牌最大的特点就是它在打钱速度上面要远远领先其他的这种 ADC， 就等它发育就是了。等到卡牌火炮出来，是一个进攻的号角。其实最好直接等，就是最好等3件套是最带劲的，卡牌3赢能都出来。
现在已经1件半了，
但是对于滔博来说，接下来这个容错率就比较低了。这条龙怎么都得去看一下了。
而且就像以前的中单卡牌一样的，就是卡牌的火炮出来就是质变嘛，
就是开战的一个号角啊，它可以先手让大家集火。Q3回来被眼下来的时候没被眼看到，但是小老虎这个
I miss a Rek'Sai old ult where she just ulted to a tunnel. That shit was super fun. I miss that.
最大的问题就是卡牌能支援过来，尤其像比较肉的魁桑提，他是一定能等到卡牌落地下来的，
所以不好抓。滔博只能等龙弄大团了。
还是要利用瑞尔的属性啊，就是打大团比较厉害。
然后中线得保持推线，不能让这个卡牌推得太舒服。
而且这把滔博，我觉得最关键是他们在正面不能少人，就几次都感觉，哎，总有兄弟不在。
4打5搞赢了一波呀，那个峡谷前锋搞赢了一波，后面那波还想4打5搞。 开车，瑞尔这边直接过来，这个车好像有点凶险哦。这个车开完，塔姆在后面，还好是瑞尔，非常的肉，大家没有开他的欲望。塔姆也在边上做保护。
All right, FPX setting up nicely here for a possible soul points. They need to get rid of some of these wards though, so they can actually use TF ult effectively to create the pick.
这位置口子只要站住，其实 FunPlus 可以等你谁进来就打你进来的那个人。 然后给佛爷哥捡魂，经典的佛爷哥阵容，先秒一个，然后收割。卡牌大树、卡尔玛这种定点控制太恐怖了。
阿卡丽这波第2件也没做出来，现在就只有一个巫妖加上2个 比较大的散件啊，无尽四手中了。尤其要看小天的位置这一把，对于FunPlus，对于滔博来说，FunPlus也同样，他们得先找到这个瑞尔在的位置。剑魔选择回家补波装备，但龙已经刷了。剑魔回家买完装备直接踢过来，小老虎在草里插眼，看到了这个举动，剑魔落地，夜之锋刃直接被破掉。那谁能够打出先手？龙的耐心值被拉完了，滔博选择先推中线，但卡牌的一个消耗直接把小天给消耗掉了300-400血左右。
This is actually not great for FPX, I don't think. They're like opting into this front to back fight. Again, their composition really lacks damage and range. And Senna's just gonna get Tom Kench ulted, then spit out, then Senna ult, they're dead. Oh, we got the reset! We got the reset! Oh, he's coming! They got him! Alright. Okay, they did it. I'm actually really surprised they win this fight. 369 not on a flank here at the start of this fight. Jackie Love also takes a lot of damage up front. He's like frontlining here. What does he tank here? Does he? Oh, he actually gets saplinged. That's a sapling explosion. And they have to use the Devour to save him from Maokai ult potentially. So he gets out and he gets this, but they get the double kill onto the TF basically immediately because there's no backline threat, and Jackie can't use his ult fast enough because he's inside Tom Kench. Yeah, the Malignant's Karma, too, in the choke point. Doing a lot of work. Who are the strongest contenders for MSI? T1, Gen.G. T1's probably the best team right now. BLG, top, JDG. The oldest patch notes I could find, TF's teleport E gate was changed from 30 seconds at rank 5 to 60 seconds at rank 5. Yep. How do you think Faker this split is compared to Chovy and BDD? Yeah, he's been really strong. He's been very, very good. Orianna is like so fucking good right now. Is Orianna and Corki top tier. It's way really good. He's just very strong on poke champions right now. It helps that he consistently has the same role to play in his team, right? Faker also now has a champion pool. I mean, sort of. He can play Azir, Corki, Hui, Orianna, Nico. But Nico's banned on this patch. Can he play anything else? We don't know. He doesn't have to play anything else. Like, that's a perfectly acceptable champion pool for him to have on his team at this point in time. But yeah, his Sway and Karma. Yeah, that's true. His Sway was really good, by the way. I mean, they blew their load right here. FPX. You know, they try and create a pick again. They've been trying to use this trio to create picks all game, which is appropriate, right? However, this time they just overextend. Jackie Love actually doesn't get stunned here. So he uses that range to do immense damage. Life tries to engage, but there's a fucking Tom Kench right there. And this is the fight where they do not get the resets, and it's going to be a complete disaster because they used all of their engage abilities to create that pick earlier. And now it's Baron, and it's a win for top, probably. I think it's so hard to win at this point with FPX's composition. That's what we talked about. Just the longer this game goes, the tankier Tom and Rel get. And FPX just can't kill them fast enough to get Viego resets. I mean, gold carding the Tom Kench and then just getting chunked to 50% by this feels bad. Life is like, I have to save Dokdam. But he ends up inting because clearly Tom Kench doesn't give a shit about that. Gives Jackie Love a huge shield. Nice kiting by Jackie Love. Gold card is in, right? Gold card comes in, but it's... He already has his ult channeling. Which I guess I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know that if you start channeling ult, it goes through the stun from Senna. It's not interruptible. Because he doesn't have cleanse. So it doesn't even matter that he gets gold carded. Was Senna was channeling ult before TK ulted her? No, before she got gold carded. Right. See? The gold card goes out. Yeah, CC doesn't stop cast times that are already initiated. Yep. So actually the gold card does nothing there. So Dokdam using his port in to get the gold card has no effect on the outcome and actually just gets him killed. Yeah, it's mega over now. I mean, you have to make the desperation play, I guess, because you realize that nobody's going to be able to kill Jackie Love on your team at this point. So maybe you can get a reset, but they over-pursued off of the Maokai ults, and they should have just left it alone, but they had to keep going. I think at this point in the game, it's kind of doomed if you don't have a huge lead. Or you get the miracle pick. Frontline too big, Tom Kench too good. The Tom Kench is such a cock block into Viego. For Viego. Such a cock block. Is Smolder bait? No, Smolder's good. Teams are figuring out ways to play into him, though, which is nice. Nobody's killing fucking this Senna ever. He thought he was so clever, he almost got it. Dukdom getting the dick. Damn.
不是肉身勾引就这么有说法？
我真不玩了，这波打完
是不是这个哎
就难受。
Deny soul.
而且牌打的稍微有点不严谨。
4个2把2王带出去了，是吧？
How old is this? What do you mean, how old is this? This match happened yesterday.
发育已经
When is the next episode of Power Spike? Today.
上路的2塔没有大龙 buff 还是能守一守的哦。卡牌这边清线没问题的，但是这下来伤害很高，369扛塔了，破败王在剑魔死之有吃还不吃，等着吃，吃完瑞尔从侧面杀出，直接骑死2个。塞纳下来伤害很高，369扛塔了，破败王在剑魔死之前自己已经先一步死了，梅口开始扛塔，这瑞尔误杀了，再让一下。
They're trying so hard to give it to him, guys. The fucking Rel Penta? That is the only time you will ever see that in pro play history, guys. That's so stupid. And random.
我来教你，这才叫野合。
That's so stupid and random, guys. Whatever. It's just extra funny because, like I said, it requires so many things, you know, to happen, but mostly it just requires them to not have any damage to ever kill a tank, which is a problem with FPX's composition, right?
是单单了，又来了，甩牌，有吃还不吃，等着吃，吃完瑞尔从侧面
Like, how does he even get that double?
又来了，甩
What the fuck? How does he even get that damage?
着吃，吃完瑞尔
Because, like, it's... I don't understand what happens. I don't understand what happens to their health bars right there.
有吃还不吃，等着
So 369 comes in and slams them. I think it was just completely random that he got those kills. Because it's Aatrox Q that does most of the damage, guys. But it literally goes from this. This is the next frame. Right? So I think it's just Aatrox Q, and then maybe Bommies or a Rel Q picks this up. Yeah, it's Profane Hydra. Yeah. And it's like Profane Hydra, Aatrox into like a Rel Q probably. But it's so funny. I mean, it's impossible to kind of tell what's going on in the middle of this fucking like particle clusterfuck. I mean, you can see the Aatrox animation go down. He's doing his flip thing with his sword. So you can see the damage, but it is just arbitrary that Rel, either with a Q or with Bomby's Cinder, gets those kills.
直接骑死2个，塞纳下来伤害很高，369
And Tien somehow gets that kill as well.
剑魔死之前自己已经先一步死了。
Then he Qs. That's a Q. So we know he got that one with Q. And then this one they're just waiting to give to him for lulz.
哎，让一下，他没伤害，他好想打5杀，舔一下，最后一下，5杀，你见过这样的局面吗？
Sunfire stole the Baron. I mean the double kill. Hey! You're supposed to forget about that.
哎呀，这
六
把
P 位，我来教你，这才叫野。
How dare you,
这把感觉 FunPlus
Gosu.
坏了，他是本来有点领先，结果被疯狂背景板了。
主要这个塞纳就是
Maybe Aftershock lined up perfectly after Profane Hydra. Maybe. I mean, we'll never know, right?
开头位你敢
It is a hilarious pentakill, though, that was definitely 369's and not his. But whatever, Rel can have it.
起滔博第一局比赛，
You will never see that again, though. That is the only Rel Penta that will ever happen in professional League of Legends.